Welcome to the Daily Influence, where our mission is to deliver a daily dose of positive influence that can uplift you personally or be shared within your sphere of influence. While not every episode may directly apply to your unique circumstances, we strive to provide insights and inspiration relevant to most people's daily, weekly, and monthly lives. Whether you are tuning in during the morning, noon, or night, the Daily Influence is here for you. Listen, share, and embrace the power of influence in your life. Hey everybody, Brian Smith here with the I Am Team series and your Daily Influence. It's Monday, and we're going to tackle a topic that is actually becoming more prevalent and more accepted for discussion in our societies. And that topic is mental health and how mental health is influence wellness in the workplace. You know, in the old days, we didn't really talk about mental health issues all that openly, but with the advent of social media and the opening of our lives and what is really turning into a transparent society where almost nothing is taboo to discuss and talk about. And I agree with most of that, especially when it comes to mental health. It's really good to have a good foundational understanding of mental health, how it influences ourselves and how it influences our workplace, because it does influence our workplace. We write a lot in the I Am Team series books about how body language and tone and topics of discussion and how we present and how we address and how we communicate can influence us individually and those around us. And a lot of that is driven by our mental health. And mental health isn't always about diagnosing a long-term illness. It can be something as simple as a high-stress moment, and how we deal with that high-stress moment can influence our mental health for even a day. How many times have you had interactions with people who bring to work or bring into your relationship, if it's a work relationship, a personal, a friend, your spouse, your children, bring into that the influences of other things in their life, and it influences their mood, the way that they talk to you, the way that they engage with you. Their patience level is more or less. Their ability to focus is more or less. Their ability to follow through is more or less. And these influence us at work, because when people come to work and bring their outside problems into work and don't have a way of addressing that, and we as leaders or as peers don't have a way to understand and maybe help them through to get them back where they need to be on solid footing in our workplace, if we don't learn how to identify when people around us are struggling with some type of mental health issue and have empathy towards that and provide them a safe space or an opportunity to get out of that funk, get out of that dark area they might be in. And it might not be a permanent dark area. It could be as simple as somebody cut them off in the parking lot while they were driving. They drop their books walking up a stairwell, or it could be something a lot worse. But when we slow down in our area of influence, especially in the workplace, and we pay attention to people around us, it provides us an opportunity to be supportive. It provides us an opportunity to identify that somebody's struggling. And if you don't have a relationship with a person who you see as struggling, you should be able to turn to somebody and say, hey, I think so-and-so might be struggling. How can we help them? Who in our workplace might they be close to that can help them? Because I have concern. And when we are proactive about these things, we have an opportunity to get to the core quicker, to get through issues a little better, and to uplift ourselves and others in a way that is good for them, good for us, and good for the organization as a whole. And I'll hear people say, well, it's none of my business, or I've done that before and all I get told is nothing's the matter. Yes, that's going to happen. Yes, it can be uncomfortable to, as some people say, butt your nose into somebody else's business. But I would argue that in most of those cases, even though that is the reaction that you're getting, deeper down, your interruption, your disruption, your shining the light on that you identified an issue will create some kind of pause that starts an opportunity for something better to happen. And it's not always going to be something better that does happen, but you can look in the mirror and say, you at least tried and you at least did something, which, by the way, will make you feel better, will influence and make your mental health more positive. You can't control how other people feel or how other people react to your being a person trying to help them. But you can look in the mirror and say you did your best, and you did it out of a concern of another person to try to make that person and the environment they're in and the influence they have just a little bit better. There is no separation between mental health and wellness in our workplaces. We are all influenced by the mental health of the people around us. If we begin to slow down, pay attention, get involved, ask questions, offer assistance, create that distraction, create that pause where people might sit back and actually think about positive things to help themselves or others. We will create an area of influence, an environment of positive wellness, of positive mental health, and an opportunity for people to feel better and safer and open up more and create individual, positive, responsible influence within themselves and within their areas of influence. I hope you have a great week this week. This week marks a travel week for me. I start traveling on Wednesday. Tomorrow, Greg has Laura Adams on the show, so I hope that you will listen. And we have a great lineup through the whole week. Hope you have a great day. Thank you.